Welcome, guys. We are back here at the Microsoft store at the Stone Briar Mall location in the grand finals of the Halo 5 Guardians 2v2 tournament, the second ever tournament ran of Halo 5. The day of launch party, actually before the launch itself.
Ooh, aren't we exclusive? I love the little Freudian slip you had in there. You almost said Halo 2, but I don't blame you because look at how fast-paced this game is. Definitely loving it, and I'm loving the usage of some of the new mechanics. We saw, especially in that CTF round in that last set that we commentated, the clamber mechanic coming in so many times, whether it was to escape pressure or to go ahead and use the clamber just to secure the flag when they needed to. So much fun to watch. Gotta love it. We've had a fantastic tournament showing thus far, and it's about to go underway with the Grand Finals.
Yes, so going a little bit different than Grand Finals. Grand Final is best 3 out of 5. It is going to be neutral flag, breakout, neutral flag, breakout, and then it's going to be Slayer as a final tiebreaker game. Hopefully, I'd like to see Slayer, because obviously that's going to be the, Game 5, hype up, let's go, Halo 5, second ever tournament, let's go. But, we're going to have Night Company on blue, and we're going to have Robos on red.
Definitely excited. Both of these teams have just been fantastic. We saw Night Company, I think, in the last game, did we not?
Yeah, so, let's look at the bracket real quick. So we do have the bracket in front of us. So we do have, Night Company. No, sorry, we saw Robos in the last bracket.
Right.
So it's 2-1 in Robos. Teamwork took game number 1, but Robos came back and took the last 2 games.
Yeah, and that might be something that we need to see tightened up a little bit from Robos, especially in this grand finals. They need to be able to do well on objective-based games. On Slayer-based map types, they were fantastic. Even in round number 2, they didn't even have to go for the primary win condition. They went for the secondary condition of simply exterminating the team, using those Slayer skills, and really coming out on top 2 games in a row. That was great. But how are they going to be faring in a longer set time? Seeing this is now 3 out of 5, they're going to need to really go ahead and tweak up how they play on objective-based games if they're hoping to go ahead and close this out.
Yeah, so let's look at the bracket. Let's see what they had to get there to get to Grand Finals. So Night Company, starting out in the original bracket, so 12 teams, so some teams do have to play an extra round compared to other ones. Night Company, 2-0 Banana Gaming, 2-0 Pyro Dogs, 2-0 Guillotine, straight dominating the competition. But we're going to go into Robos. Robos had a first round bye, took 2-1 against Snake Eaters, 2-1 against Team Teamwork. Did they just have a harder bracket, or do you think Night Company will be actually the ones dominating here?
I mean, who knows? Who knows? I feel like since I came in a little bit later, you could probably share a little bit more on what you've seen so far. What are some really good points that you've seen from this team?
So Night Company has been very big with actually teamwork, I would want to say. But as we hop into game number 1, gonna hop into neutral flag. And I'll let you know the maps as soon as we see the map.
Oh, definitely getting excited. Be sure you go ahead and share this stream. Twitch.tv/PandaXGaming. Proud to bring y'all some of your first looks at Halo 5. This is launch day, and this is Grand Finals here in Frisco.
Yes. Also, be sure to follow @VersusGameplay on Twitter, as well as @PandaXGaming, and be sure to follow the casters as well.
Enough with the shameless plugs. We're going into game number 1. 5 caps. It's neutral flag. And here we go. Take it away, Shadow.
Yeah, so it's going to be neutral flag on regret here. Do see that Team Blue Team, which is going to be Night Company, automatically has a flag originally. That's going to be O2. O2 has a flag, but his teammate right behind him, will he be able to get the deliver? He has, it's right underneath him. But let's look at where the red team is.
Red team right now hasn't really been able to find an answer, and it looks like it's going to be an easy secure for Night Company taking that first flag. We're already seeing why they're able to pretty much stomp through their side of the bracket. Robros are going to need to have a huge answer, especially given the fact that right now O2 wielding that fuel rod cannon. He has the power weapon, and look, his teammate has the flag ready as well.
Yes, just like that, 2-0 now. No, 08 does manage to get 2 different kills, but was unable to get the flag back at the base. With a 2-second respawn time, he had to move very quick in order to get that flag before it reset back in the original base. But just like I said, 2-0 now in favor of Night Company.
08 trying to pick apart as many of the blue team members as he can with that carbine. Doesn't quite get the pummel, but ends up securing the headshot instead. Red team, 04, finally securing the flag, has that pistol out, trying to go ahead and take off as much aggression as he possibly can. So close to going ahead and getting this cap, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and finally put one on the board for Rowe Bros. Blue team still up by a flag, though. Let's see if they can go ahead and maintain this lead. The flag, as you can see, is away. I'm not sure actually who has the flag just yet. We're going to go ahead and tap over, and we do see that it's actually 09 who's going to get another cap for the blue team.
Yes, so I really was actually anxious to see that. Whenever red team got the flag, I was actually really surprised that I thought that maybe that was not the best move, considering the fact that, you know, he had one player down, but capture after capture, nobody's been able to get the flag back.
And this is one of the things. I think that both of these teams recognize that there's a point where they might want to stop contesting. They just want to camp the neutral spawn. The second that the flag is is captured, they have open realm to go ahead and run straight to their base, seeing as the blue team has to go ahead and run all the way back. This is going to take some serious adaptation from both teams to figure out an answer, as both of these teams at this point are really just trading flags back and forth, but maybe a little bit of danger right now. No go, as O9 is able to go ahead and secure that flag.
Yeah, so I do actually see that Power Weapon was dropped. Power Weapon is in control of the blue team now. 08 does get to the Carbine kill on 02 with the headshot, but the flag is back in the middle of the base between 04 and 09. 04 gets a headshot on 09, and just like that, flag's in control of the red team. Will they be able to get the capture here, as they are down 2-4? Does manage. Will he be able to get in? Flag is away at the base. Less than half a second to do it, and the flag is back in neutral spawn.
What a heartbreaker for the red team. Pixels away from getting that capture, as the blue team is so poised on extending this lead. We're approaching that 2-minute warning. Blue team, 09, having that carbine out. They're trying to contest this neutral space as much as possible. Right now, they have the lead. They just want to go ahead and get as much defense as they possibly can. Finally finding a moment to have that aggression, that tried-to aggression. And look, you see 02 going in and covering his teammate. They get the final flag cap. It's 5-2. Night Company off to a phenomenal start.
Yes, you can obviously tell that Night Company is a really very well-versed Halo team in the past, because of the sole fact of how well they're playing together as a team and just the Halo knowledge in general. Not immediately going for the flag, but actually waiting, baiting its teammates. Red, I could think they could do a little bit more contention in the flag, because the flag is in neutral space. As soon as you move, you have about 10 seconds before that flag gets back into the base. Another thing that red team is not doing compared to what the blue team is doing is the fact that if you see the blue team, whenever they had the flag, they are jumping with the flag. Red team is not doing it. That is another factor, because you also move faster with the flag when jumping, as well as the sole fact that it's harder for you to get hit.
I would love to see some more flag juggles, options like that overall. But right now, I honestly, I feel like neither team really had a really great strategy to deal with the fact that we were playing with neutral flag. At the end, it seems like Night Company started picking up on the fact that they were just playing ring around the flag, and ended up actually putting on a little bit more aggression. We saw that fantastic stop actually from Night Company. I believe it was before to stop Rowe Bros from getting cap number 3, and ended up being just pixels short, and that brutal short respawn time gave the blue team plenty of time to go ahead, contest that flag cap, get it back to neutral, and then finally get it back to their base.
Yes, we did see a big play that's kind of like in Call of Duty, what you see whenever teams played CTF back in Black Ops 2 and stuff like that, was the fact that eventually you'll get to a point where you are just doing kind of like, you know, you're trading flag captures. They did that for 2 flag captures each. You cannot do that when you have a 5 flag capture limit. When it's unlimited, yes, you can do it and you got some time to play with. But when it's 5 captures, every single capture matters. You cannot just keep trading flags back and forth. Now, yes, if you can trade flags, do it if you can. But if you're one team that's ahead, you have to say, no, this ain't happening. I'm going to stop this here and stop it in tracks. And that's exactly what red team did there.
Yeah, you know.
Sorry, blue team.
Yeah, I really like the play from both teams. And we're going to be going into round number 2 of this set.
Yes.
Go ahead and lay it down for us. What are we looking at?
Breakout on Coliseum here. Coliseum, new map here in Halo 5 as Breakout, a very new game mode. Now, we did cast this last match between Robos and Teamwork, and we did see a lot of happening with 08. So we on 08, you know, Robos being on the same side here with Team Red. Will 08 be the same big playmaker as what he was back in the match against Teamwork? But we do see, you know, a little bit delay here in the game, but we are going to see nobody's dead yet. 30 seconds play and nobody's there.
Now let's go ahead. 08 gets picked off. We're going to be jumping right into the action with 02. Go ahead and looking at that neutral flag. It seems like neither one of these teams is really content with taking the flag, and especially given the fact that he was in a kind of like a one-on-one situation, it just seemed like it wasn't the optimal play for him.
Yes, and you did actually see there, right there was the fact that the flag was captured. Something happened. What do we do? There we go. Back in action here.
It was too much action actually for the CPU to handle. That's what happened.
Right?
Technical difficulties aside, about to go ahead and get right back into it.
Back into the game here. We are at 08, so game is still kind of paused in the game itself. Yeah. So, you know, everybody's still up. Let's look at the power positions here. You know, 04 down in the bottom, you know, spawn a blue team. Back into the game, though, 02, 08, you know, in rocket launcher control. They do spot each other on the opposite sides of the map. I believe, you know, blue team does have a vantage point here, as the red team does not actually have a really good vantage to actually look at the rocket launcher spawn. But we do see red team actually rotating back into the red base now. So it'll be very interesting to see how this ends up with either team. 1 minute, 22 seconds left. No games out, but nades coming out from the red team. as that is sorry, from the blue team, as that is going to be one player down, but 08 takes it down, hits one with a headshot, 1v1 situation. Who will be able to win this last man standing?
I really enjoyed the grenade placement as well. He understood that he dedicated a nice amount of time securing that KO, and he just wanted to cover the vantage point that he didn't see. It works out in blue team's favor. They're going to be taking yet another round here.
Yeah, so now 2-0 now in favor of the blue team. You know, that was a good play from blue team. There was nothing really the red team could have done there because blue team did come up on his back. That 09 came up on 08's back, just completely, you know, dominated with one single headshot. Game over, GG. Nothing you could do there.
Going into the action with 09, switching it up to 02 actually. He's going to be looking at Ed. We see him in our vision, but Ed might not actually be able to spot him. He's taking a lot of fire right now, and it looks like he's indeed going to be taken out. 08 right now. He has his teammate to back him up, but will he be able to secure the last KO on the blue team member? And you can already see it's 02 against the world. Almost got that headshot, but ends up getting picked off instead. Red team finally getting on the board. Definitely big for them. They didn't want to go ahead and be in that 3-0 deficit and be in a situation where they have to go and win 4 rounds straight.
Yes, very big play, but you do see here, like I said, you know, I mentioned this to you before. Once you get out spawn within 2 seconds, you are going to be in a gunfight. You have those cross-map vantage points you see right now between 02 and 08. Just putting shots into him. Both missing the shots, but 09 manages to push up on 04. Gets a headshot now. 1v2 situation in favor of Team Blue.
Man, that was just so close, and maybe he's going to be getting another one. Drops a grenade, but it was ill-opportune. That headshot ends up taking him out, and 08 is able to go ahead and scamper aboard. One-on-one situation right now. 08 versus 02. A little bit of a battle, contesting back and forth, and looks like 08 is coming out on top with that round 4 victory, tying up this series 2-2.
Exactly. 2-2 now. I did not like the play there by 08, but, you know, he did play very smart there, considering the fact that he went out there, tried to shoot him whenever he had low health, but he went back behind, got his health back, went back out there, got the headshot on the head glitch, and just like that, brings his team back up to a 2-2 tie. Let's look at the scoreboard after this round just to see where people are actually in play. I would pull it up right now, but we do have a gunfight coming up as we 09 going against 08. 09 man. Almost missing his shots there, but manages to get to it. So 08 now down for his team. 04 has to go clutch mode here.
Sloppy play. I would like to see some earlier headshots, and I think the sloppy play overall kind of cost the red team. Blue team 1 game away from taking this game.
Yes, 1 round away, but let's look at the scoreboard real quick. 4 kills in 09, 3 kills in 02. 08 has all the kills for the red team. 04 not dropping a donut, basically. 04 has to pick it up or the red team will not win. There's going to be no way the red team will not be able to win unless 04 beds should get the kill.
In the perspective of 08 now, peeking, trying to go ahead and see who he can look out. He doesn't want to expose himself too much, as you can see. He might be able to utilize his teammate maybe to gather as much information as he can. Both the red team members kind of a bit together, but we can expect them maybe to break off later on. They don't want to be clumped together primarily because they don't want the 2-for-1. One quick reaction from the blue team could prove devastating for Team Red, especially given the fact that they are 1 game away from losing this second set.
Yes, so now we're on board with 08. 08 has 04 there. You know, they're just kind of playing smart. Neither team wants to give up that first initial kill because once you go down that 1 initial player, it's really hard to come back. But 08 getting caught out. 04 managing to pick up 1 kill. 02 trades a kill with 08. Will 02 be able to win? And just like that, 02 gets a kill, wins the game. 4-2 now. 2-0 in favor of Team Blue. That's going to be Night Company.
I saw that kind of happening. Even though 02 is a great player, we've seen that traditionally speaking, 08 has been the one with that clutch factor. And when it was 02 against the world, even though he's a great support member, I just don't know if he has it in him really to go ahead and seal out that last game. I mean, there's just so much pressure on you in that situation. So much pressure overall. Sad to see him kind of succumb, but this is not 2 out of 3. This is actually 3 out of 5. We still have plenty of Halo left to go if the red team can go ahead and fight to stay alive.
Yes, blue team has a 2-0 victory or 2-0 lead here right now. It's going to be very hard for them to come back into this game, but I believe they could do it. Neutral flag now. I don't know what the map is going to be, but we're going to figure it out here in a second. Neutral flag. Can red team be able to, you know, pick it back up and, you know, bring this into a game number 4?
I'm excited.
I'm excited
Shadow.
too, man.
This could actually be the last game that we see. Blue team has done a phenomenal job. Got to give props to Night Company for, like we said, absolutely slaughtering their bracket. They've been on a steamroll so far. Let's see if they can go ahead and have another lossless set. Game number 3 is underway.
Yes.
And it looks like we're going to be going to that solid Slayer. 20 kills to win. Let's see who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, sorry guys, I did actually kind of lie to you, but you know, we're going into Slayer mode. This is going to be very interesting to see because it's going to be all slaying power. Will the red team have more slaying potential than what the blue team does? But just as I say that, it's going to be 2-1 now in favor of the blue team. Sorry, now 2-2, just as I say that, as 08 does get a kill there to pick up 0-2.
And we saw this from Rowe actually in semis. They are excellent when it comes to the Slayer game. Right now, you're going to be seeing 09. Wow, he actually was in a position where he didn't even see his opponent. But thanks to the fact that his teammate was there, they were able to get the 2v1, and he was able to get the last shot that he needed to go ahead and take out that opponent almost immediately.
Yeah, so let's look at a little bit of map position right now as the game has been paused. So the game is about, you have 09 on the bottom level here, while all players from red are up top. Not very good positioning from the blue team itself. Will red team be able to capitalize on it as 02 does pick up 04 and 08 does trade the kill with 09? Will 08 be able to get the kill on 02? Tied currently right now at 4-4. Shields are down for both players.
Looking through the eyes of 02, he ends up getting picked off by 08. As we thumb over to him, let's see if he can maybe get another KO. He may have been able to spot one of the blue team members. You're seeing so many grenades going out, trying to whittle down those shields as much as possible. He spotted 09 temporarily. I wonder if he's going to go in for the chase. It looks instead he's playing a much more defensive style. He doesn't want to go all out, and let's see if it can actually reward him. His teammate weakened him, and he's finally able to secure that KO from 09. I love the presence of mind there. He didn't want to go all in, but now he's back to the corner as 02 is putting so many shots at him. He's not going to be able to survive that encounter, and it looks like the blue team has once again tied this series up 6-6.
Yeah, so a very big thing that the blue team really has to do in order to win this game is the fact that 08 has been the player to kill. 08 has been the guy who's gotten all the kills for the red team itself. And if you are able to shut down 08, then you are able to win. And that's another good question here because blue team does have this energy sword, so he managed to pick up the power weapon. I'm not too sure who has that in his possession. It will be 02 has it in possession in his back pocket there. 08 managing to take out 09. Red team still up. 04 in a gunfight here with 02. 08 on the right side though, does get taken out, and the power weapon is dropped. Will 08 be able to get it? But no, 09 did trade the kill here. But 04 is there, managing to pick up one kill. Really be able to get it. Does have O-Shield, picks up one, perfect kill, gets a reversal.
That was excellent. I love how he utilized that grenade, positioning it so perfectly. Red team holding on to a 1-kill lead right now. It's a bit of a skirmish right now between 08 and 09. They're both pulling back low on health. Trying to secure a little bit of map positioning, dropping that grenade, hoping to get a spare KO when they can, but 08 has to turn around. He's in a little bit of trouble by 09. A bit of a sandwich going down right now. Red team on the verge of maybe getting this game tied up once again. Let's see if the blue team can go ahead and walk away with this, and they're able to finally secure the KO on 08.
Yes, so another good thing, the energy sword was dropped, but nobody's been able to pick up the energy sword yet. Another big power weapon. Not really seen used much in Team Slayers that you have to get really close to the energy sword. But Team Red, backs on the wall now, 11-11 after you being up 3 kills. What can you do? Not 2 minutes left in the game. It's going to be to a point where, you know, crowd is getting hyped. They are ahead of us, so it's going to be very interesting to see.
11-11 right now as we just crossed past the 2-minute mark. We're about to see a massive skirmish go underway as both the blue team and the red team are on a collision course to meet each other. Here we go, right into the action as 02 trying to go ahead and get that pick off on 08, but there is the teammate right there to contest, making so that he has to pull back, finally drawing first blood as the red team's able to drop one of the blue team members. 08, he has a 2v1 secured. Let's see if he can take out 09. 09 ends up taking out his teammate, but before he can escape, ends up getting shot in the back. Benedict Arnold, how could you? Red team still holding on to this 1-kill lead.
Yes, 13-12 now in favor of the red team. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the game. What do they have to do, really? They have to play together. They have to keep trading the kills, or they have to get up on the team. 08 has been the player to beat. Rowe now, just like that, game is tied. 04 getting caught out. Not a very good play. 08 may actually get caught out as well. 08 cannot be the player you need dead. 04 has to be the bait if you need to, just based upon it. And 04 now, blue team finally take their first lead of the game.
Oh, wow. He was pixels away from getting that headshot, but finally is able to secure one of those kills. 14-14 right now. Let's see who's going to come out on top. About a minute remaining in this game. Red team needs this to go ahead and stay alive in this tournament. Blue team 55 seconds away. If they can net a couple more kills, they're going to be walking away with first place.
Yes, so 50 seconds left, 15 to 15. We did see a kill traded there, so it'll be very interesting to see as we have 45 seconds left. Each team member does not want to make a mistake because the first person you get called out, and right now the red team is not in very good favor as they are doing exactly what I said not to, was getting caught out. But I do have gunfights going down.
Oh.
Sword being played on. Will 09 be able to get the kill? 08 manages to get the kill, perfect kill. 02 getting traded with 04.
And all of a sudden, about 30 seconds remaining, the game is once again tied. This series has gone back and forth. Red team fighting for their lives, hoping to put one on the board, but the blue team has just been looking pristine. Finally, the red team able to actually go ahead and secure the lead with that KO on 04. We still have 12 seconds remaining as 09 ends up dropping 08. 17 apiece, 5 seconds remaining. Let's see who's going to walk away with this one. It's all about that final countdown. Red team with the last second KO. They end up staying alive in this series. We're going to round number 4.
Yes, game 4 here, 18 to 17. 08 getting the final kill there. Let's look at the scoreboard real quick. 13 kills, 08. 5 kills, 04. 02, 12 kills. 09, 5 kills. Red, like I said, you had to shut down 08. If you did not shut down 08, there was no way we were going to lose that game. 13 and 5. 5 and 12. 12 and 9. 5 and 9. You see the blue team is evenly split with deaths, but you see the red team, it's very lopsided there.
Oh man, but this is what we expected from Rowe Bros. We saw their presence when it came to the Slayer game type, but now how are they going to do? They don't have only Slayer to rely on here on out, right? That was their strongest suit. That was their trump card. What else do they have left in the tank?
They have to play together as a team. 04 has to pick it up for his team. If 04 does not pick it up, then this will be game over, and this will be game 4 going in favor of Team Blue, which will be Night Company. That is the only way that 04, or actually Team Red will keep, or Lobos will actually stay in the game, is the fact that they have to play together as a team. 04 has to pick it up. If 04 does not pick it up, then it's going to be game over. But I believe that...
I didn't really like some of the, I guess, the intel that we saw from Red Team. We saw too many moments when they left blind spots really available, and because of that, I think the Blue Team was able to sneak back, get a lot of these back shots more than anything else, simply because they didn't have that intel as to where their opponents were coming from. So from both teams, really, I would like a little bit more map vision, so to say, right? You have one person gathering intel of one side, one person covering their back, gathering the blind spot information. That way they're going to have more complete coverage overall. But here we go, going on to game number 4 in this grand finals. Yes. Take it away, Shadow.
It's going to be Breakout on Regret. Round 1 already going in favor of Team Blue. Team Blue getting their first initial kills 20 seconds into the game.
And go ahead and explain Breakout for the folks who are just now tuning in.
Yeah, so if you're just now tuning in, we are in the grand finals of the Halo 5 Launch Party Edition tournament. Now, Breakout is like such an destroy if you are playing Call of Duty. There is one neutral flag in the middle of the game, though. You can either win by eliminating your enemy team, you get 1 life, or you can win by capturing the flag into your own base.
In theory, we can see this actually being pretty good for Rowe Bros. You don't necessarily have to go ahead and get the cap, get the flag cap. You can go ahead and rely on your Slayer skills more than anything else. About even, and like I said, Red Team using that Slayer prowess to come out and finally land one on the board.
Yeah, so just like that, tied 1-1 now, trading rounds back and forth. Like I said, 08 will have to be the one you have to kill first. This is a game where you want to shut down your best player, and this is what 02 or really Team Night Company needs to focus on. It's the fact that they need to shut down 08. I'm not too sure 08 is J-Buff. Just like I said, though, he does pick up the kill on 09 with the headshot, just like that. Breakout also does not have no shield. You see the hypeness behind the teams. Like I said, spectator mode in Halo 5 does have about 30-second delay itself, but on hop on board with 02, as 02 is going to be in bottom mid of the south, last man standing.
Yeah, he's going towards that blue slide. He's the last man alive. Can he do this? 2v1, it's going to be really tough. But think about it. He just needs 2 well-placed headshots. That might be number 1. Oh, just a little bit short. Ends up clipping the ankles instead. Red Team putting another one on the board.
Yes. So look at that 2-1 now in favor of Team Red Team. Had a little social media director going off stage here, you know, having some little tunes playing in the background. But a lot of hype going around Team Blue here. So what can we see out of Team Blue? A lot of people wanted them to pick, but a lot of people want Team Red going on. You have Blue Team having a lot of cheers behind. That's Night Company. They are for sure the crowd favorites. But what can happen here as we have 04 and really gaining a gunfight with all the team members from Team Blue.
Smart. He backed away just trying to avoid some of the aggression that's being exerted by the Blue Team, who has kind of got him cornered. Not too much of an advance otherwise, both of them playing it safe, knowing that 1 headshot is all it takes. We have a last man standing situation as it's 02 going to be squaring off against 08. Going to be popping into 08's view right now. Has that rifle out, trying to go ahead and secure that KO on 02. Not going to be able to find him just yet, but he's still weaving around, poking and prodding, just trying to figure out if there's just a single piece of the body of 02 sticking out.
Yeah, so another new feature in Halo 5 we've been seeing used a lot today is the fact of the boost feature as well as the auto mental feature. Great feature here in Halo 5. Now, they're on opposite sides of the map. Does not seem like any player will actually meet, but just as I say that, it seems like O2 will actually meet 08. But will 08 be able to get the kill? And no, he will not. O2 managed to take round 4, and now it's just like that, tied up 2-2.
I love it. He was able to actually surprise him. It worried me a little bit when he didn't get that immediate headshot, that the opponent would have enough time to go and turn around and potentially get the counter. But it didn't come out in time. Grenades are going to be coming out as we're checking in with 09. Trying to go ahead and contest, going up the blue slide. 2 red team members nearby, and there's the first headshot. Blue team looking really solid in round number 5.
Yes, so just let's say this, 09 now in favor. It's a 1v2 situation between 04 and both members from Team Blue. Seems like Team Blue is very much interested, but curious to see. It's going to be very interesting to see. Does get the headshot on 09, and just like that, round 5 in favor of Team Blue Team. 3-2 now. 1
round away from taking this series. This is massive. Red team once again finds themselves needing to fight for their lives. Let's see if they can do it. The grenades are coming out. A little bit of cross-screen action right now. Ooh, using that new mechanic just to boost away, boost right into that cover. Doesn't want to leave himself open and expose himself for far too long. 2 members apiece right now as we're getting closer and closer to the minute 30 mark. And finally, out of nowhere, that grenade from 08 taking out O2. Red team in a really good position here. Let's see if they can maybe tie up this series. Nice. It's a one-on-one standpoint. You need to stay alive here. This is for all of the marbles. And it looks like the red team is still going to be in this series, tied up at 3 apiece. Let's see who's going to be walking away with this.
We'll see a round 7 coming out. It is first to 4. Round 7 coming out here from the team, Halo 5 edition here. We're going to see who can take it, though. Who can take it? Will we see a Game 5 coming out, or will we just see this?
Once again, those leg shots, not what you need whenever you're playing a type where you don't have shields available. You got to be aiming for that head.
Yes. So just like I said, a good thing that I think, is very big on Breakout is the fact that you need to get all the nades out. 2 nades, you start with 2 nades. You are going to have to get those nades out of each player. So just like I say, 08, 04, just like I say that, just like this, 2 people down. Will they see 1? We do see gunfight going down. 04 does get taken out.
Oh, and this is looking really rough for the red team. They're on their tournament life at this point. He needs to go ahead and take out 2 blue team members. He doesn't get the headshot. That's such a heartbreaker. But maybe another chance at redemption here. No headshots once again. The blue team actually left themselves very exposed there. It's very unfortunate for the red team to not be able to capitalize on it. Oh, wait, who's been able to clutch it so many times. Finally lands the headshot that he needs, and he nearly gets a second one. This is looking so tough, and he actually clutches it out. We're going to round number 5 in this series.
Game 5 coming out. Red team does show up. Robos takes the last 2 games in order to get game number 5 here. This will be interesting to see. Will we see who will come out on top? Will Team Night Company come out on top after being up 2-0? Or Team Robos coming back from taking 2 straight games, ending up into a game 5 here at the Microsoft Store at Stone Briar location? Guys, they're about to just start giving away the games of Halo 5 if you have pre-ordered it. If you have not pre-ordered it yet, remember you can still pre-order it and get a $10 gift card at any Microsoft Store location nationwide.
Yeah, this is incredible. It comes down mostly to how well they play Slayer. Even though that was Breakout, it was basically SWAT, basically like a Slayer type. And we saw, so many times with the clutch. Granted, a little bit sloppy maybe at the end, but still, he was able to come back, fight through that 2v1, and bring this to game number 5 in this series.
That was Night Company's round all to win. They got the early kill in 04 first. Missing his shots multiple times against both players. But Night Company not able to capitalizing on it. He was in he did have the vantage point against him, but still, you had 1 nade on your team. Why didn't you use it?
It was all about the fact that they got tunnel vision. They got tunnel vision once again. This is something that we touched on in a previous game as well, where they didn't have their basically their teammates positioned in a way where they could get the maximum view of the map overall. And because they didn't have that critical intel, you saw 08 being able to sneak around and walk away with that final round.
Yeah, so we're going to hop into game number 5 here at the Microsoft Store location at the Stone Briar Mall. It's going to be VGP Slayer on Coliseum.
Ooh, and this is just what the Rowe Bros need. They weren't so great at those objective-based games, but we saw them clutch it out so many times in Slayer. That being said, Night Company put up a fantastic fight before, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the conclusion of the series comes to an end.
Yes, so a big thing that will be featured here on this map itself is going to be the sniper rifle and the rocket launcher. Those will be the two big power weapons coming out here. And you do see Team Red did actually, or 04, picking up the rocket launcher immediately after the spawn break. But let's see, 02, in return, getting the sniper rifle for his team. Power weapons against power weapons.
And a little bit of a break here as we are scoping through, trying to figure out where everyone is in relation to the map. You see that at the red base, 04, he has that power weapon available. And this could be that early game tempo swing that the red team needs. Keep in mind that because they've won 2 games in a row, they're coming with a lot of momentum. They're coming with a lot of fire. And right now, I feel like it's the blue team that really has to fight through some of the previous losses that they had, especially given the fact that they have to deal with the fact that they are playing right now where the Rowe Bros want them to play, where they are so proficient, where they've had the maximum amount of their prowess so far in this tournament. It's all about that Slayer mode in game number 5 of this grand final series here on launch day.
Yes, so another big factor, 02 gained the initial kill on 04 with the headshot. Good sniper kill came out from him. Gets a kill on 08, 2 kills now with the sniper rifle. 2 huge kills. Really pick up the third. He does get nade out here. Does throw nades in return. Gets hit markers himself. Will he be able to take out JBLF? 09 picks up the kill on 08. Gets a headshot. Just like that. 4 kills now in favor of Team Blue. Team Blue getting off this rocket launcher down on the map. Will he be able to get the rocket launcher as well? Picking up the sniper rifle. His teammate did pick up the rocket launcher, I do believe. That's going to be 09 now.
Yeah, but he gets mowed down almost immediately. The red team, we've seen how good they can be in Slayer. They're eager to go ahead and fight through this deficit. I thought they'd be having a lot of early game momentum, but what ended up happening was the second that the rocket kind of collapsed on them, thanks to the fact that the blue team had that sniper and were so solid with it overall, it made it so that they couldn't utilize that power weapon as they were hoping to. And you can see 02 still wielding that sniper, still has plenty left in the cartridge to go ahead and pick off some of these red team opponents full screen if he has to.
Yes, so we'll hop on board here with, let's say, 08. 08 does have the rocket launcher, 3 bullets left in the rocket launcher, but blue team has full control of the rocket launcher location spawn. And I believe the rocket launchers do reset in 13 seconds, so they are going to get the initial rocket launcher full refreshed. And just like I say that, we're going to hop on board here 04.
Oh yeah, we saw the indication, 10 seconds remaining. Blue team seems very content to go ahead and camp out this power weapon, and it makes sense seeing as they have a power weapon on deck to go ahead and defend any contest ready from the red team. Already, the teamwork that we're seeing from the blue team, whittling down the shield with that body shot from the sniper just to set up for the headshot from the teammate.
Pulse grenade, getting the kill on 04 there. 02 taking out 04. 6-1 now in favor of Team Night Company. Night Company with a lead here. Yeah. Will we be able to see? Does have one person to his side. Does try to get the zoom in sniper. Does not realize he's above him. What is this?
Oh, yeah, a little bit of sloppy play once again. Maybe an opportunity, and nice from 08. He makes it for his mistakes, takes out the opponent with the sniper, and maybe in the process could have secured the power weapon for the red team. But the blue team, they have rockets on deck, weaving back, but that SD is going to cost them. 3-6 as we are at the 2-minute 15 mark. Grand Finals, game number 5.
Hype factor coming in here at the Microsoft Store location at the Stone Briar Mall. Sniper rifle respawning in 10 seconds, as you see there on the indicator. Red team back in their base, but blue team has full control of the sniper power weapon location. Yeah, this is going to be a big map for Slayer, I can tell in the future. Just huge map, it's going to be a big power play.
And let's zoom into 02, who has, like you mentioned, grabbed that sniper rifle, has a red team member in the scopes, but is unable to get the headshot. Does whittle down the shield, however, for his teammate to get the pickup. Still unable to secure the KO. Nice from the red team member, using the barrier actually as cover to prevent some continued fire.
I don't like the play that 04 did there. 08 did get the double kill though, one with the sniper, one with the gun. Ties it up 5-6 now, so did break that deficit down by 1 point. But 04, what he could have done though was he could have went on the flank and flanked him instead of staying at his base and is trying to go for a cross map nades. Taking, he probably did help his teammate, but still. There's a lot more you can do in that situation.
Despite a really shaky start, we've seen a nice tempo swing in favor of the red team as they've made it just a 1 KO deficit. We're looking in at 08. He's been such a monster in this tournament, and he picks off another KO. I love the position that he used. I think that he used the grenade first to go ahead and take out that shield, as the red team has just taken out the blue team's lead. 7-6, less than a minute remaining. Can the blue team go ahead and bring this back, or will red team get the reverse sweep and walk away with this tournament?
Yes, I also have to admit, 4-0. Blue team was up 4 kills to 0. And just like that, they lost the lead 7-7 now, tying it back up, 38 seconds left in the game. But just like that, 0-2 picks up the kill, ties it back up, gets the lead, 8-7, 30 seconds left. Will red team be able to clutch it back up and at least get the tie to reset the bracket?
That double kill was exactly what the blue team needed. Let's see how long they can hold on to this lead. Oh, wait, he's about to walk right into an ambush if the blue team can see him, but unfortunately, they don't actually even spot him. 0-2, putting on so much pressure, finally getting that secure on 08. Blue team still holding on to this lead. 10 seconds remaining. Can the red team come back? And wow, the last second clutch. 5 seconds remaining. 9 apiece. Are we going into overtime, Shadow?
Yes, we will be. We'll be actually seeing the game resets itself. So we're going into a game number 5, Slayer again. So actually a game 6, tying it back up. Blue team, Night Company having a 4-0 lead. Just like that, losing it for his team. Robos comes back, gets the lead 7-6, trading off the lead 8-8, 8-7, Night Company ahead, and then finally 0-4 clutching up for his teammate, giving it the 9-9 point, and we will see a game reset as we go back into game number 5 on Coliseum, which they already started out, so we'll get right back into the action as soon as we get a chance to.
This is way too much for me. This is way too much for me. The way that this set has been going back and forth, couldn't have asked for a better finale here on launch day.
No, you could not. A Halo 5 original launch day, seeing a game 5, Night Company being ahead 2-0, Lobos tying it back up 2-2, and then you see Night Company up 4-0 in lead, and just like that, you see Lobos come back, ties it up, talks to a game 6, a bracket reset itself. As we gonna hop into game number 5 again, the overtime itself, Slayer on Coliseum, as we do have a lot of Xbox launch swag coming out for the Microsoft edition of the launch party. Guys, this is hype here at the Microsoft store at the Stone Briar location. We want to hop right back into Slayer on Coliseum.
Plenty of fans all lined up to go ahead and get their copies of Halo 5, but right now we got to go ahead and get our copy of this final tiebreaker round. I am so excited for this. I could not have predicted that Rowe Bros would be able to pull it back, especially given the start that they had, but they are still in it. The fighting spirit runs deep within them, and it's just an absolute pleasure to watch them play, despite being down so much throughout the entirety of this series. Red team starting off so strong, getting the rocket and actually securing the first KO, and securing the first 2 KOs, as 08 was able to go ahead and pick off one of the blue team members, as 04 was able to lay waste with the other one with that rocket.
Yeah, so now 2-0 in favor of Team Red Team. Red Team does have the, rocket launcher and the sniper with both power weapons in their control. 08 with the sniper rifle, 04 with the rocket launcher itself, 02 and 09 kind of just playing back. 09 does have the DMR itself, though, so just like that, he does have a power weapon himself. Not that strong of a power weapon, but still a power weapon itself.
Oh.
But does get sniped by 08 with the headshot. Nasty headshot. Wish I could have saw it. Sadly, I didn't.
It was the Randy Orton headshot. It came out of nowhere. What a play.
RKO.
Red team still going ahead and actually making this a reversal of that last game. You remember that the blue team, Night Company, started off so strong whenever it was the normal round 5, but in this tiebreak, Red team has been able to go ahead and pull this right back. Let's see if we can maybe see a bit of a momentum swing. Once again, the grenades are coming out, and he's looking for that headshot.
Yeah, so we'll hop aboard here with 08. 08 does reverse back as he does have no shield itself. Really smart move coming out of 08, showing that he is a veteran player in past Halos. Does have one player to his right, but that is going to be his teammate. But just like that side, 02 does take out 04 itself with a headshot. Close down the pulse grenade, trying to get those shields regenerate. Does get both kills as one was with the pulse grenade. 5-1 now in favor of Rowe Bros. Will they be able to take this game? Will they be able to take the reverse sweep?
That was huge for the red team. At first, I thought that it was just going to be a stomp courtesy of the blue team, but because he had that positional advantage, he was able to lay waste with the grenades, and once again, he's laying waste with that sniper rifle. Another snipe KO coming in clutch as they are in the lead 6-1. The rocket, not quite working out. It's a little bit of a trade between both of the teams. 2-7 right now. Red team, Rowe Bros, really running away with this game. 8-2 as we are crossing the 2:45.
Yes, 8-2 now. 08, the guy you need to kill. Let's look at the scoreboard real quick. Let's actually, after this gunfight, we'll look at the scoreboard. But 6 kills in favor of 08, 2 kills on 04. Only 2 kills from 02. 08 is the player you have to shut down. If 08 is on hot, you are not coming back. And 08 right now is hot As you do see, he did get the miss on the sniper, but he's searching for that kill. Does spot one to his right. Only has one bullet left in the sniper. Really wasted on Chris, or will he actually just wait? Sniper does come back up in 15 seconds, though. 09 picks up 04. Yeah, he gets a 1 kill, 8-3 now in favor of Team Red. 08 does get the headshot now. Does try and go for that, but 02 does take him out with the headshot himself. Sniper rifle does respawn back in about 3 seconds.
Just a little bit too much time to go ahead and switch from that BR to that sniper rifle, and he was able to capitalize on that opportunity perfectly. Still, 5-kill deficit for the blue team. They look so strong, but look at them starting to maybe mount some kind of a comeback. 4 kills, once again answered back by 08. You mentioned it before, Shadow. This man is a monster. It's on Vegas, and he's straight getting blackjacks over and over and over again, extending the lead, taking out 09. 08 is just making it so that the red team right now is killing and crushing the blue team.
Get cross and typo if you can.
Going right back into it, 09. He understands he just has a minute 25 left and somehow has to secure 6 kills while taking as minimal damage as possible. I just don't know if this is possible for the blue team. They played phenomenally throughout this bracket, but the Slayer prowess from the Rowe Bros proving way too much as they get another 2 on the board, extending their lead by 8. Red team, they know that the blue team is going to be super aggressive at this point moving forward, and that's exactly where they want them to be. Blue team still a little bit of life in them as they're able to pick off about that mid-screen KO using that BR. 09 has another red team member in his sights and goes ahead and cashes in on that kill.
Yeah, so he does have the rocket launcher right below him, though. So just like that, blue team does pick up the rocket launcher, 7-14. Not too sure what can happen with only 40 seconds left in the game. Does spot 1, though, so 8-14 now. Can they come back? Can we see another game? You know, can we see a game 7 maybe? But I don't think it's going to happen as it is 14-8, 30 seconds left. Red team, they play it smart. They're just going to play for time right now, and that's going to be a big thing itself.
Nice.
Just like that, 09 with the kill, 9-14, trying to tie back up. But if I'm just red team here, I'm just going to rotate around the map. I'm just going to run.
They have that power weapon available, that rocket, but I think he might just be out of ammo, and indeed he is. No power weapons available. 09 getting picked off by 04. There's 8 seconds left and 7 kills separating these two teams. Rowe Bros, despite having a horrendous start in this grand finals, ends up pulling off the reverse sweep, gets that tie break in favor of them, and they're going to be walking away with first place. Got to give props to Night Company, however. They did a great job throughout this entire tournament, but Slayer once again, Rowe Bros drawing favor here as they were able to go ahead and really capitalize on every Slayer match.
Yeah, so the reverse sweep did happen. You did see that, you know, Night Company was up 2-0 now. Rowe Bros brought it back, tied it 2-2. They managed to come back and tie Slayer on the first game, but in general, they came back, okay, guns blazing on the second game, 14-9. Just like that, completely dominating it. Guys, oh my God, just such a great event, such a great launch, such a great tournament, great finals for the second ever Halo 5 tournament at the Stone Briar location. Second ever Halo 5 tournament ever.
My first ever Halo 5 tournament. I've never casted this game before, or a shooter. So it was definitely a lot of fun working with you, Shadow.
Yes.
Blessing the mic with this man. Be sure you hit him up at VGP_Shadow.
Yes.
Great dude to work with.
And also, we want to thank you to every single other caster we have. You know, we have Frost right here. Let's get him on. We also had Putrid Orange as well as Typographic. They're probably somewhere out in the crowd getting their game right now. We want to thank all the guys at Versus Gameplay, Mike Monick, Reginald Jeffrey, Markel Lee. We want to thank Pandex Gaming, you know, Jonathan. We want to thank Chance Sewell, the social media director as well.
This is sounding like the end of J. Cole's album right now. We have thanks for everybody.
Yes. We want to thank you to Microsoft itself for allowing us to come out here, running the second ever Halo 5 tournament itself. Guys, also remember, we have a brick-and-mortar location for the Versus Gameplay Arcade. It's 9750 Walnut Street. Monday nights, we do our Call of Duty show match. Tuesday, we have a Smash 4. Wednesday nights, we're actually going to have a Halo 5 tournament. Well, not Halo 5 tournament. Halo 5 weekly itself. If you would like to show up and have your team broadcasted live at Versus Gameplay, just tweet at me at VGP_Shadow or tweet at Versus Gameplay. Remember to also like us on Facebook, Versus Gameplay. Follow us on Twitter at Versus Gameplay. Instagram the same thing, and also subscribe to our YouTube page at Versus Gameplay Videos. Also, be sure to give a huge shout out following to at Pandex Gaming. Follow his stream, you know, follow his channel as well as follows every single casters. Also give a shameless plug to you, why not?
Shout out to Turning Locator for all the support. And shout out to the folks listening in. Definitely my first venture into casting FPSs, so if you have any critiques, any feedback whatsoever, feel free to tweet at me at jvarg1990. But enough with the shameless plugs. Let's go ahead and get our Halo on. From the Stone Briar location, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure streaming here at the Pendex Gaming channel. We'll be sure to go ahead and catch y'all live, and be sure to go ahead and check us out Wednesday nights at Versus Gameplay Arcade.
Yes.
Take care, y'all.
See you later.